I just became obsessed with this McLaren livery. I mean, I saw it and I was like, bam. I mean, hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a one-off liveries video in honor of McLaren's tribute car. Yes, that's right. This is a tribute car using the very light blue tone and the neon orange. I'm loving the combination, but more on that a little bit later. So in the past, the Formula One had very different cars. It was easier to, recognize the drivers, the teams, the everything. Nowadays, the cars are so similar or so much the same that the only thing that differs them is their livery design. But then we go to the next problem. Every team has two drivers. Two drivers wearing the same uniform, two drivers in the same car. And since they're wearing a helmet, we can't really see their faces to see who is in each car. So that's why they decided to create different helmets for each driver. Genius idea, huh? In my opinion, that was a highlight of 2020. The Formula One was very smart about it since they tried to make things up a little more interesting in 2020 during the pandemic by giving us a new helmet design every single race. And I mean, it was probably not that expensive because we only had 12 races. Now imagine if they did that this year with 23. Ouch. What I would love to see though is a different livery, maybe not every race, but like every other race. This doesn't happen very often, so I'm really psyched with what McLaren is doing this weekend for Monaco. I mean, this McLaren new livery is top notch. So fetch. Just going back to the helmets real quick. My favorite helmet from last season was actually Carlos Sainz's tribute helmet, the last one he wore on the season, which included the whole team of McLaren, his national flag, and his racing number. Loved it. Such a classy guy. But anyway, back to McLaren's new livery. Are you as excited as I am? I just kept on posting on Instagram the day it came out, the whole day. People were probably sick of me by the end of the day. They were probably like, okay, this is too much, McLaren new livery. Stop. Sorry, not sorry. So as we can see, the MCL 35M is gonna have different colors for Monaco's Grand Prix. There is a reason behind this though. What McLaren was trying to do was bring the old days of the Formula One back into motorsport, just like Williams did on their 2021 livery. Either way, the old day Formula One was definitely very special and they had some very interesting designs if you ask me. Just think about the yellow snake or the 7-Up. Both of them from Jordan. They had the most epic designs. Jordan later on ended up becoming Force India. That was a shock for me. I didn't know. It was sold from company to company to company, and then now it is Aston Martin. Anyway, back to McLaren's new livery. These colors are quite symbolic for them since it was the colors that their McLaren F1 GTR used in the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1997. This is also the colors of Gulf Oil, one of McLaren's sponsors, which had actually been their sponsor back in the day until they stopped, and they started sponsoring McLaren a few years ago once again. The reason they chose Monaco for this tribute was actually because they are associated with golf in Monaco. But McLaren has not been the only team in the Formula One that has made it their 1 to 2 race livery designs or not made it past practice. For the other teams that have actually designed special liveries for special races, one of them, my favorite team, Ferrari, with the livery that they designed for the 1000 Grand Prix. They decided to use a burgundy color, a very rich red, paying a tribute to its origins, since the first car that ever raced under the name of Ferrari was a 1255 and was actually with this color. This is actually like my favorite color of the season. Not only because it's gorgeous, but it also reminds me of wine. Beats the odds. Another really funny one was actually Red Bull's Star Wars. Talk about coolness. The Red Bull livery that did not make it past practice, which should have, because it's probably my favorite one-off livery is the Red Bull's camouflage. This is a sexy livery and it's also so iconic and fashionable. I mean, it doesn't remind me of Red Bull at all, but you should have seen the designs that they used on previous Formula One cars. Not Red Bull, but like teams in general. They were like bold. I should film a video on that actually. The most unusual liveries of Formula One. I would definitely include this one. Another one was Red Bull's 007. As you're gonna see, Red Bull has actually been the team that has probably had the most special liveries per race. They also had their wings for life. Cute meaning behind this one. They tried to join like people all over the world, and then they had another one that was very similar to this one, also trying to put people all over the world. Anyway, moving on to Jaguar, a team that is not in the Formula One anymore, that's actually in the Formula E. This team was sponsored in the Monaco Grand Prix by Ocean's 12, the sequel of Ocean's 11. Now here's a catch. Something really funny happened. The livery design had the logo of the Ocean's 12. Also like a huge ass diamond in the front of the car. One of the drivers crashed and the diamond didn't make it past the first lap. Of course, they couldn't go look for it until after the race, since, I mean, somebody could have run over them. The other diamond made it past the whole race, but the diamond that fell off never appeared again. So which has me thinking, isn't that like so ironic how Ocean's 12 was the sponsor and they actually had an Ocean's 12 moment? Stolen diamond never appeared. Nobody ever knew who did it. Talk about weird, you know, a major Hollywood moment. And we have, check this one out. This one got me like shook. Ferrari was blue for 2 races. And then this one, another piece of art, and this one was actually called the art car. We have this livery from Ligier's team. It was designed by Hugo Pratt. This one was only for 1 race, but the great thing about it is that it actually kept the colors of the team, which made it so much more special. The lucky driver to drive this was Martin Blundell. Did you guys know about all these one-off liveries? Which one was your favorite? What do you think about McLaren's new livery? Do you want it to remain? If you do, we should definitely sign a change.org request. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and see you again next week on another episode of A Girl Talks Formula One.